Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm here to talk about how an action potential works. So, first, an action potential occurs between neurons, which are the cells from the nervous systems. The structure of the neurons are basically the soma, which is the cell body, the dendrites, which are the ones that receive the information, the axon, which will transport the information, and the axon terminal, which is the end of the axon that will release the neurotransmitters. Usually, the axon is involved by a myelin sheath, which will speed up the reaction. The neuron starts with a resting potential around -7 millivolts, and the action potential is going to be triggered when the dendrites receive a stimulus and pass this information to the soma, which will analyze it. If this stimulus changes the membrane potential to around -55 millivolts, which is called the threshold, the action potential is going to happen. Then, this information is going to be sent to the axons, and the axon is going to transport this information through a process called depolarization, repolarization, and hyperpolarization. Then, when this information arrives at the axon terminal is going to release neurotransmitters to the dendrites of another neuron. The neurotransmitters are released in a space called synapse between the presynaptic and postsynaptic neuron. The postsynaptic neuron has ligated ion channels that bind with the neurotransmitters. In the axon, after receiving a stimulus and the membrane potential activating around -40 millivolts, sodium-gated channels open, allowing sodium ions to pass through the membrane from the outside to the inside of the cell, causing the depolarization of the membrane. When the membrane potential activates between 30 and 40 millivolts, a process called repolarization starts, when sodium channels close and potassium channels open, allowing potassium ions to pass through the inside to the outside of the neuron, trying to get the membrane to its resting potential. However, the repolarization causes the membrane to become more negative than its resting potential. So a process called hyperpolarization occurs, where the potassium channels closes and the sodium-potassium pump acts, regulating the membrane potential until it gets in -7 millivolts.